Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast. Today is a different episode. I am alone. I'm by myself in the studio today. It's a Friday. My daughter's at school. Lindsay's at work. I just wanted to get on here and, give you guys a little update on what's been going on and talk to you guys a little bit, about my life and things that have been going on. See how everything was with everybody's holiday this year or Easter this last couple weeks. As you guys know, probably already, we took a week off. It was much needed. Doing this podcast thing, it is a lot of work. Finding people, people want content all the time, and that's like a crazy thing that us as people and humans have just like recently evolved to. Is that like content. And I have a full-time job. I'm a dad. So my daughter's 7, as some of you guys know. She's insanely busy, so I'm super busy with that. On top of that, then I decided to throw a podcast in my life, So it was just a little difficult. I wanted a break. I think Keith just needed a little break. I mean, he dived headfirst into this producing shit. No questions asked, and it's just been, busy since we started the show. I appreciate it. I love it. I think it's great. I think we're doing a great job. I just think a little break was needed. And with it being Easter, I think it was a perfect weekend to do it. So with that being said, my family had a great time. My daughter had a great Easter. As some of you guys know, if you're new to the show, I do have a girlfriend named Lindsay. Me and my daughter's mother are not together. So my daughter has so many Easters. She's got one at my house. She's got one at her mother's. She's got one at my mother's, who you guys all saw on the show. Speaking of that, we're going to redo that one because this dumbass right here forgot to press record on the recording equipment, and the audio is absolutely terrible, but it's doing pretty good numbers on YouTube, which I'm surprised. I think if the audio was better, it would have came out. It would still be getting better views, I think, but back to that, she's got my mom for Easter, and then also my dad and stepmom, and then everybody that comes to their house, which is like majority of my stepmom's family, who I'm pretty close with everybody too. So it was just a crazy day, crazy day. I used to have Mondays off at my old job, but now I have Fridays off. I work at a distribution center. I'm not going to say which name because I don't want to get sued or lose my job. But I work for a pretty big distribution center, and before I worked there, where I work now, I worked at their rivals. So I used to have Mondays off, and now I have Fridays off. So I used to be able to just get fucked up on holidays, especially ones that fell on Sundays, like Easter. Last Easter was so fucking rad, dude. Like I think it was like 60 degrees out. I have pictures. We were in my parents' driveway and playing cornhole. We had the tunes going. Me and my brother drinking, playing cornhole. It was a fucking great time. This year, Papa's got to work on fucking Monday, so no drinks. Although, wait, no, I did drink. Did I go to work? No. I ended up drinking and not going to work that Monday. Fuck, I forgot about that. I was gonna say I didn't drink at all and I was good, but that's a lie. I did drink. I drank quite a bit. My daughter left at like, I don't know, I think like 5 to go back to her mother's. And yeah, I ended up sitting there playing cards and shit with my parents, just getting hammered while my brother was passed out on the couch. So I drank all his beer because I wasn't going to drink. So I ended up just stealing my brother's beer. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, and we had a great time. I hope all you guys also had a great time as well. I don't like doing these solo shows, but we need the content, and I don't want to leave you guys without another episode. Switching lanes into talking about the show. The next couple weeks, we have 2 guests lined up. One girl, I don't want to give her name out just because I like the surprise. I believe she had an OnlyFans at one point. I don't know if she does anymore. I could be completely wrong, talking out of my ass. But she's a very attractive model who is like a legitimate model. She does like car shows and photo shoots and like makes money off of doing it. And I mean, once you see her on the show, you'll be like, if you're from around here, you have social media and you're local, you'll be like, oh, I know that girl. Cause I mean, that's how I know who she is. I've never, well, I actually come to find out we have mutual friends and I saw her at a friend of ours' birthday party. And that's what gave me the idea to reach out to her. And she accepted with open arms. And she's like, hell yeah. She's like, I would love to come on and do the show. So that's going to be one to look forward to. She seems like a great person. Can't wait to interview her. We're gonna do it the same style that we did Biddy's episodes, which she will definitely be coming back on again to finish up her stories. Um, so it'll just be like me and Lindsay interviewing this girl, and we'll have fun with it. I don't think it's gonna be as serious as Biddy's was. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know this girl, just like I didn't know Biddy. So it's just gonna be a full on interview style. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. And then the following week, we have a rapper coming on. So local rapper, both of them have big social media following. Well, big to me. So like, I think the model girl, she had a she had an Instagram and it got taken away at 16,000 followers. So I think that's huge for the show. And then this rapper who is also a friend of mine who I've known for several years, he has almost 10,000 followers. I also think that he owns a weed company. I'm not really sure. He works for one or he's sponsored by one. I don't know. We'll get into it though. But he's mainly he's one of Nick's really good friends. So he will be coming on the show, and Nick will be on, and Chris will be on, and the boys will be here. And I haven't seen the boys in a couple weeks. It's been a minute. I know they haven't been on the show. Chris was just on with his mom, but that was the last time I saw him. I think Nick went on vacation with his family over spring break with his boy. And yeah, so life's just been crazy. My daughter, gonna change gears again here. I know I'm all over the place. Like I said, I hate doing these fucking solo ones. And I'm not actually trying to talk about myself. I'm trying to talk about like life and everything else. I'm not telling stories. I should do a criminal part too. But I mean, I really don't have any more criminal record besides like a DWI. I got arrested at the mall a couple times to the point where I was banned from the mall until I was 18 years old, or it was 18 or 20. I couldn't remember. I mean, and I could tell you guys those stories if you want. But right now, life's great. Me and Lindsay are doing really well. My daughter, that's kind of something I wanted to talk to you guys about, just to see how many parents deal with this out there as well as I deal with it. So obviously, me and my kid's mother are not together. We haven't had the easiest last 7 years, which has definitely put a stress on my daughter. She's 7, so in case you didn't do the math there. So it's like kind of taking a toll, and now that she's older and able to express it more, she's just been acting out a lot and, not listening to her mom. But luckily, me and her mother, honestly, this is probably the best we've gotten along in years, which is great. So we kind of have this united front right now going, trying to keep the same page rocking in each household. But yeah, man, just like my daughter is very moody and not listening and like disassociates when you try to like have serious talks, because like when I was a kid, dude, it was like you scream at your kids, you beat them, you spank them, you do all this crazy shit, right? And I mean, that was how it was back then. Nowadays, you gotta like apparently you can't do that shit. So I'll tell you guys, son. So the other day, like I said, my daughter's real moody. She's a real pain in the ass sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is the show, and I think this was number 15 or 16 or whatever. You guys know me. I don't hide anything. I'm very honest on this show. No, like nobody's called out my bullshit on here, called me a liar or anything like that, because everything I say is fucking truth. I don't like to lie. I lied a lot when I was younger. I lied a lot in past relationships, and it doesn't work. It bites you in the ass. So a bunch of shit happened a couple years ago. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf here to be a better person, to not lie and not just to not be a piece of shit anymore. Um, so yeah, here's a good story for you guys. I've had CPS called on me, no joke, probably 15 times. My daughter's only in first grade, and it's always been the school. Um, I think, I don't know, who the fuck knows. This one I know was the school. So my daughter's a real pain, and her mother can vouch for this. That in the morning she is sometimes very difficult to get out of the house, to the point where, like, I think she knows what time it is, and like that's gonna be her time to throw her fits because she just likes to piss people off. I don't know. But anyway, on this particular day everything was fine. And then we're not running late, but we're about to leave. So we're not late, right? And fucking this little asshole has gym class, and I'm trying to make it. So I don't know about, this is another thing. I don't know about you guys and your kids, or if you have kids out there, or if you're listening to this and you don't have kids. My daughter goes to school every day, right? Her backpack, no joke, weighs fucking probably 40 pounds. Probably not 40 pounds, but it is heavy as hell. And it ain't from books, it ain't from folders or workbooks or school related stuff. This kid's bringing toys, stuffed animals, clothes, you name it, she's trying to bring it to school. And when I was a kid, that didn't fly. You weren't bringing toys to school. I mean, you could maybe sneak an action figure here and there, but I mean, I was talking to her friend's parents because that's the kind of cool dad I am. I am a parent, a friend, parent. Like her best friend in school. Me and Lindsay are now best friends with her parents, and we hang out all the time because they're cool as fuck. Shout out Liz and John. We love you guys. Um, yeah. So I was talking to Liz, and yeah, everybody, all these kids are just bringing toys to school. It's fucking insane. I don't know if it's because they're in first grade or what. So anyway, back to the story. I'm like, Kay, you're gonna. My daughter's name is Cadence, and we call her Kay, her K bug. And I'm like, Kay, this is gonna hurt your back. Your bag's too heavy. I'm like, we gotta trim the fat. We gotta get some of this weight out of here. I'm like, this is gonna kill you. Well, on this particular day, she had gym. On gym, you have to wear sneakers to gym class. Well, she was wearing Crocs. Well, she was like, I'm gonna wear my Crocs to school and bring my sneakers. I was like, or I go, we can eliminate the added item to the backpack to make it lighter for you, and we can just wear the sneakers to school. Now, mind you, I'm not a big fan of these sneakers. I didn't buy them. They're a little goofy. She doesn't really like them, but they were the only ones I had here. All her other sneakers were at her mother's. And we were fighting. Not even fighting, just bickering. Just doing a little bickering. And you know how, like, as a parent, you're like, all right, enough. You hit that enough moment. You're like, whoa, enough. You know? Like, you hit that fucking point. So I got the fucking sneakers in my hand, and the way that my house is set up is, like, I have these giant openings, like, separating the room. So it's like you walk into the kitchen. It's an apartment. So you walk into the kitchen, and then it's like a big opening into the living room. You can see it. It's kind of like an open concept sort of thing. So I grab her sneakers, and I go, fine. I go, you don't want to wear sneakers? Don't fucking wear them. And I chucked them like this, thinking when I throw them, they're going to go in the other room, right? Well, one of them did go in the other room, and the other one hit the wall. Okay, this is an apartment. This is fucking above a laundromat. It's been here for, I don't even know how many, 100 years, I'm going to say. That's probably a lie. It's been here for a long time. The sheetrock and plaster, it's all plaster and lath. I don't even think it's fucking sheetrock. Anyway, the walls are not very thick here. So it put a little tiny, like, dime-sized hole in the wall. No big deal, right? I didn't throw them at her. I didn't hurt her. She was completely fine. And then she laughed because it put a hole in the wall, and then it just made me more mad. So she was completely fine. Actually, I had a doctor's appointment that day. So when CPS is called, they got to do a 24-hour immediate check on the child to make sure she's all right. Now, mind you, my kid it's Friday. I usually have my daughter Friday nights because her mother bartends and she had to work. So obviously I get, I get the kid. Now her mother knew this was all going on, doesn't tell me anything about it. That's a whole nother story. And I don't hear nothing. The whole weekend goes by. I get a call Monday from CPS. Oh, I tried to come to your house Friday, blah, 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 blah. You weren't home, blah, blah, blah. This is the incident. Okay, we got to come to your house. I go, oh, my God. Yeah, come on over, because they've been here so many fucking times, dude. I've been in this apartment for 4.5 years, which is crazy because I never expected to be here this long. But fucking, they've been here so much that I tell her to come over. She has to do a report. And I literally, we're talking or whatever, and they have to ask you, a series of questions every single time. And she wasn't asking me, so I stopped our conversation. I go, hey, don't you have to ask me these? And don't you have to do this, this, and this? So I was, basically telling her how to do her job. Now, mind you, my mom is a fucking CPS worker. That's what or not CPS, she works for social services. So, here I am, her son, and I'm getting fucking CPS calls on me all the time because of stupid shit. Nothing bad. I've never, ever fucking hurt my child. I love that little girl more than anything. But these stupid people, and, because I was raised by working class, my family's from Dollarville, which is, if you're not from here, or if you are from here, Dollarville and Stratford. My mom went to Stratford High School, or Stratford School, until it burned down. Then they had to go to Dollarville School. Or did it burn down? No. There wasn't enough kids or something, so they had to go. My mom's actual house burned down. That's what it was. So anyway, my parents are from Stratford. My mom's from Stratford, and my dad's from Dollarville. So I was raised by, we call them 429ers. So I was raised by 429er parents, dude. So, you know how that it's rough and tumble, and you don't get talked to like a baby and everything else. And, I don't do politics. It's something we don't talk on the show. We don't do politics, but I'm not a liberal and I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I believe in common sense. That's my thing. I believe in common sense and what's fair. All these other fucking stupid things are retarded, and it drives me crazy that these people are so. All right, now I'm just going off on another tangent, but those are the kind of. My dad, I think, is very Republican. He's a successful business owner. My mom is probably more Republican as well, if I had to do that. But that's kind of the household that I was raised in. It's my mom was very loving and affectionate, but me and my dad fought a lot. Fist fought a lot. I hit my dad in the back of the head with a skateboard when I was 15 years old. Not the wood either. I hit him in the back of the head with the skateboard truck because we were fist fighting in his driveway because I can't remember what I did, but I was breaking my groundings or something. But anyway, that's how I was raised. So I'm loud. I swear a lot. I'm a tough guy, whatever, kind of person, dad, whatever. I just don't take any shit. And it's that's how I parent, and that's how I want my daughter to be. Because these people these days are such fucking pussies that can't do anything for themselves. I don't want my kid to be like that. And it's kind of already starting to happen, which sucks because of the people that she's around. But what are you going to do? That's just society and how it is today. So, yeah. So apparently my parenting style doesn't fit these schools' agendas because, they love to call CPS on every little fucking thing that I do. So I was cleaning my gun at the kitchen table one day. I have a shotgun, and I was just cleaning it, and my daughter happened to see it, which no big deal. I'm not a felon. I'm allowed to have weapons. It's registered, all that shit, so it's not illegal. It's 100% fine. So she goes to school. She must have told the counselor about it, and before I know it, I got CPS coming to my house saying that I had a gun out in front of my child. Who the fuck cares? I wasn't pointing at, it's just so stupid the way that these people fucking do their job. I know they're doing their job, And if they see this or whatever, like I do know one CPS lady does watch this, and you know who you are because you've been to my house before, and I see you liking all my stuff on Facebook. I don't know if that's what she still does for a living or not, but she definitely is a fan of the show because she likes posts and stuff. But it's just crazy. But yeah, you guys put in the comments, are your kids having a hard time in school? My daughter's got a group of girls. I swear to God, I think there's 3 boys in the whole class. And these little girls are like, I was telling my buddy about the other day, these girls just like, they're 6 and 7 going on 25. Like the drama that they think they have and the problems and everything else that these little girls think they have is on a whole other level. Like this is drama that I saw in high school, not in first grade classroom. It is fucking hilarious. It's so funny, but it's not. And then that just goes to show you that our kids are being exposed to too mature things at such a young age, and that has to deal with YouTube and everything else. But again, that's a whole other fucking topic or subject for the day or for another show. I could fucking go on and on about how fucked up the system is and the world today. And like I said in the last episode with Lindsay, I'm not a huge prepper, but I do have a prepper kit. I do have some stuff in case. You never know. But these other fucking people out here that just, go through life like fucking butterflies and rainbows, and they're worried about what fucking gender they are that week. Like, you gotta fucking get your shit together. You gotta fucking worry about real problems, dude. Who the fuck cares who you're banging? Like, that shit fucking drives me crazy, dude. But anyway, yeah, kids today are just, this is kind of what this episode is about. It's just like kids and, how every year they've just gotten crazier and crazier and crazier. And as a dad, I never wanted to be a dad. I don't know if I've said this on the show or not. Don't get me wrong. I love my kid. I love her to death. I'd do anything for her. I'm there for her. I got asked to coach her softball team. Oh, that's another thing. My daughter is so fucking cool and so talented that she got invited to play 10U softball at 7 years old. Yeah, 10U, bitches. She's fucking 7. She's the smallest girl on the team. Today's her first practice. I can't wait. We were at the field yesterday hitting dingers, dude. She's fucking beast. Kid's got a fucking swing on her, let me tell you. 7 years old. That kid could fucking be a pro athlete, I bet, if she tries. If she focuses and stops worrying about this drama bullshit already at 7 years old, I bet you $1 million she could be a pro athlete. Like, Keith, I'm going to send you a video clip. Insert video of daughter doing gymnastics here. Check that out, dude. She's fucking awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here. Needed to kill an episode because I guess my daughter starts baseball this weekend. We're super slammed. I have my kid every other weekend, so I can only do podcasts with guests. On the weekends, I don't have her. And the next weekend I don't have her, we have a guest coming on. I could try to film one Friday night, but I think we got something going on. It's a lot to film multiple episodes in one weekend because I get hammered on every single one of them. As you can see, I'm drinking water right now because it's like 3 o'clock on a Friday. I'm waiting for my daughter to get home from school, so I'm obviously not going to get hammered right now. But majority of the shows I drink on them because, it loosens you up and makes things a lot better. I love booze. I don't drink Monday through Thursday, so you can't call me an alcoholic because I'm not. I just really enjoy a cocktail, and I really enjoy Bud Light Lime. Call me gay. I don't really care. So it's a lot to do these shows. I said it in a video not too long ago. If you're local or even if you're not local, if you see this podcast and you have a social media following or you're whatever, like I don't want some Joe Schmo coming on and being like, yeah, check out my cool magic trick. Dude, I can pull my thumb off my hand. Like, I don't want some fucking dirtbag that went to fucking prison for possession of meth or distribution of meth. Like, I don't want any of that shit. you know, I want stories. I a lot of good feedback from this podcast is that apparently I'm a good interviewer, which I never knew about myself. I just always like to talk. I love talking. I love getting to know people. I have so many fucking friends. It's hard to keep track sometimes. Like I'm not trying to brag, even though my name is B Rag. And no, it doesn't mean brag. I already went over the story. Check it out, episode 2. I explained what my nickname came from. But ironically, it does stand for something that I do quite often, and that's brag. I do have so many fucking friends, and that's just because people like me. Like I love conversating with people. So yeah, that's definitely come up that I'm a great interviewer, and that's what I want to do. I want to interview people. So if you think you have an interesting story or you have a social media following or anything like that, you can either hit me up at any one of my social media platforms, BRAG315 on Instagram, or at the Talking Shit with BRAG podcast on Instagram, or my cousin Keith Crane. I don't know what his fucking social media platforms are, but Keith, when you're doing this, the edits to this episode, just put them in the fucking description of YouTube. Yeah, I can't wait to keep doing this. We're going to do some awesome on location episodes in the summer at my dad's house because they have the sickest pool setup ever. And I think it will look super, it'll have a lot of curb appeal doing an episode by the pool. And, we can have a bunch of people on it. Like, I mean, obviously we only have 4 microphones. Oh, speaking of microphones, these motherfucking things are gone. They're gone. I'm ordering tabletop ones like this. I can't fucking stand these things. They're a pain in the ass to get out and to get using. And if you're listening and you're not checking this out on YouTube, first of all, go check out the YouTube, subscribe, please. Second of all, it's like an extension arm. Like if you ever watch like any movie and they go into a radio station, like where the microphones are, it's got like an extender arm and it holds your microphone and everything else, but it's got like these springs on it. You can hear it, see? Sounds like a bass. Slapping the bass. But they're just super annoying. They're in the way. They cover people's faces, especially like when there's 4 of us at the table. They just they're just so annoying. I fucking hate them. It was great for when I bought the equipment. Don't get me wrong. I needed them at the time. But I think we're growing and we need to start looking at curb appeal and stuff like that of the show to draw in more people. Also, merch is now available. If you would like a Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast, Keith, insert picture of shirts here. Bling. If you want merch, send me message me on Facebook. Don't message me anywhere else. Message me on Facebook. It's Alex Crane on Facebook. It's the Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast, official Facebook. I just converted my old Facebook into it. Message me on that. I think we said they're $20. They're $25. We can do any size you want. We also have stickers. I'm partnering up with my buddy's wife, Ashley. Shout out Ashley Edmonds. You fucking rule. They surprised me the other day with these shirts, and they're like, we should do a partnership. I can make these. You can sell them. We all win. Obviously, we don't have them. It's not like a fucking store, and I don't have a huge following. So it would take a minute to make it. And then if you don't live around here, you'd have to give me your address, and I can mail it to you. And then I guess we would do I don't have Venmo or any of that shit, so we'd have to figure out. You might have to send it to Lindsay or something. But if you do want Talking Shit with B-Rag podcast merch, the shirts are fire, dude. They look awesome. Could do the emblem in any color you want, probably. I would have to talk to Ashley about it, but I think we can do them in pink and green and different colors, whatever screen print colors she has. If not, we can probably order some. But I'm really excited for this podcast to keep growing and to keep getting bigger and bigger guests on the show. The support's been great. I got recognized at fucking Aldi's not too long ago. That was funny. Yeah, that was fucking wild, actually. Some guy's like, hey, you got that podcast show, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's fucking great. I was like, cool, thanks, man. It was pretty fucking surreal. But yeah, just keep watching, guys. I think it's gonna come out. I think it's gonna be great. I think this summer, like I said, we're gonna do on locations. We'll do fucking. I think so. We're also gonna try to do a live one. I'm gonna have the boys on. We'll have Keith in the studio, and I think we're gonna try to stream a live episode of the show. Keith says it's super easy because he's just gonna stream it like he does his video games, but I don't know anything about that. That's why we have him. Also, the more merch you buy, the better equipment I can buy. So, merch. Message me on any, just, you know what? Message me on any of my social medias. If you have me on a social media and you listen to this show and you want merch, just fucking hit me up. Give me your size, your address, and pay me, and I will get it to you. If you want to sponsor the show, let me know. We got 2 sponsors already. We got Macrina's Cleanouts. Fucking check them out. Macrina's Cleanouts on social media. And then Andrew Wood, one of my best friends, Wood Service Station in Paynes Hollow, New York. Best garage there is. Fucking rates are great. He's a fantastic mechanic. Won't fuck you over. Is super honest. He's the best dude ever. He'll do anything for it. I mean, he's a great guy, great mechanic. He's the best mechanic that I've ever met. And I have tons of fucking friends that are mechanics. Most of my friends are mechanics. They're all great. Don't get me wrong. They're all great. He's the best, though. Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell any of my other friends that. But he's the fucking best. Love him to death. We've also had a lot of fucking fun together. A lot of crazy times, me and that boy. But yeah, gang, this is it. I don't want to keep fucking just rambling on. Like I said, I don't like these fucking solo podcasts. I think they're cheesy and cringy. Maybe I will come on and do that one. I'll finish my criminal record one. I'll get into my DWI because that's a pretty funny story. Tried to outrun the cops on a motorcycle. So yeah, maybe I'll come back on. I'll do another solo episode like that, go over my criminal record. We'll call it Criminal Record Part 2. But this one, gang, I just wanted to get back in here, see you guys, make contact, see how all your guys' fucking holidays were. Let you guys know that we're fucking back at it, baby. We're not on vacation anymore. And just keep your fucking eyes peeled for what's to come because, listen, we've almost been doing this for a year. We got, I think, 15 up. And when this comes, I think this will be episode 17, which is fucking unheard of. Most podcasts don't last to 10 episodes, and we're already past that. So statistics say that if your podcast doesn't make it 10 episodes, it's not going to make it as a show. Well, the last 2 episodes that I put out on YouTube, the fucking views doubled in time. Like, it would, okay, here's a reference. Say when I first started putting shows up, it took a week to get 100 views. I got fucking 300 views in a day, which is crazy for me. I have 72 subscribers. 72 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, we're getting all those views. So shout out to you guys, the fans, the people that make this shit happen, that make me want to keep doing this and keep fucking doing this podcast. We love you guys. I love you guys. You guys make me so happy. Make sure you follow that fucking Instagram page at Talking Shit with B-Rag Podcast. Keith, put that shit in the fucking description of the YouTube, please. Follow me on all my social medias. Follow Keith. Follow Lindsay. Follow Chris. Follow fucking Nick. You know the whole gang. Follow everybody. Go give everybody social media some love. And fucking for the love of God, please subscribe to that YouTube channel because you know what? It only helps the show. It doesn't hurt you at all. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't charge you anything. Literally, all you got to do is click subscribe. And the more subscribers I get, the more fucking advertising I get, the more the algorithm they give me and they put me out there. So for new listeners and people to find. So please, 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 please follow or subscribe to that YouTube channel. And on that note, we love you guys. Thank you so much for fucking watching this. And until next week, peace.